Welcome to the FourSum show. I'm Hop.
Lox.
And I'm Pola.
And this is a vlog where we discuss issues in the GLBT community from a aggressive, stud, and dom perspective. And today's show is
Friends, etc.
What is that? What is friends, etc.?
Friends, etc. is when you have a friend, but the friend want to get too close, and you really don't want to get as close as what they want to get. So,
but they've had those intentions from jump.
Yeah.
They know that they want to be with you, but they just came at you as a friend from jump. So you never know who might be, lurking in the darkness.
Somebody lurking in your darkness. Somebody lurking in your darkness.
My darkness.
So, if y'all haven't noticed yet, we've already started conversation, but we have some guests with us today. And go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Janae.
I'm Jamaica.
I'm Chilling Black.
And this is the new singing group that we're gonna have.
No, really not. Alright, what y'all see here? We're riding around the town. Riding around the town in the limo. This is VIP.
VIP4.
VIP4, we're going to try to do this. Our closest fans, we're going to bring them into our world and get real close to theirs. So this is how we get to know y'all, and y'all get to know us. Another way to get close to us.
And we're drunk.
I was like, are you? Oh,
Keep sipping.
So, friends, etc.
Friends, etc.
Who wants to start?
Who wants to taste this?
She the one that
I brought this
lurking in the dark.
I brought
The lurker in the dark.
I'm dark and lurking.
Because I have an issue with that. I have an issue with people not being upfront. If you know that you see someone from jump in the club, you think they're fly, you want to talk to them, you should approach that person as such. Don't approach them as, hey, I think you're cool, maybe we should hang out. And then 2-3 years down the line, when that person actually gets into a relationship, or their relationship they're in starts going rocky, all of a sudden you want to play your card. It's not fair to the person that you approach initially, because they're thinking they're going to come to you and confide in you and expect you to give them unbiased, advice on how to handle their relationship. And if you can carry on these feelings for them and harboring these feelings for them, how can you give them unbiased advice? You know what I mean? So that's my issue with it. I think you should just be upfront from jump so they know exactly who they're dealing with all the time.
If they're a true friend, then it's going to be unbiased. It should be unbiased, I should say, if they're a true friend.
It's always going to have a slant to it, though, especially when there's feelings involved.
Especially after years, that person sees who you are. You're always with them when they're down. You're there for them.
But if the feelings are involved like that, then you should have said something from jump.
That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. We are here.
And the show topic.
Friends, etc.
I just think some people just so afraid of your answer. They don't want to get turned down. You know what I'm saying? So they say, well, I'd rather be this person's friend than to go ahead and tell them I like them, and then they don't want to be around me at all. Then I lost them completely. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Maybe that's why some people.
It's kind of manipulative though at the same time, because you're sitting there, you're involved in my world, and I'm thinking you're my friend, but really you're just trying to find a way to kind of navigate your way into something a little bit more. You know everything about me supposedly, except for the intimacy portion of it,
which you want to know.
It's just it's like you're a puzzle piece and you're trying to fit yourself in. I think it's under false pretenses. So when you do play your card, I'm looking at you like, kind of like, single black female. Like, what's really going on? Sorry, Jim.
You was gonna make a point. What you gotta say?
I mean, it's like you're gonna lose them either way it goes. If you're sitting there trying to be their friend. But then if you're trying to be more than a friend and you just lie about it, you're lying basically. That's what you're doing. You're lying.
Even by omission.
Yes, you're lying. So it's like it's a lose-lose situation.
Right.
You're gonna lose him as a friend, and you're not gonna get that chance to be in a relationship with him. So you lost on both ends.
Do you think that they should admit it anyway? If they have these feelings, regardless if they didn't do it up front, should they still admit it? Or should they?
I mean, they still should admit it.
I think they should admit it.
You should be honest.
You should.
You never know how the other person
That person might like you too.
You should admit. So if you admit it, at least I can hook you up with one of my homegirls. You know what I'm saying? It might not be me, but it'll be somebody.
Somebody like me.
Somebody like you.
I'll make sure I find somebody with a fro.
I'm busy, but
Don't do me that.
May not be me, but see locks.
The darkness.
not the darkness. It be prowling.
Yeah, I think you ought to admit it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Jamaica was saying, it's a lose-lose situation. You know, some things are going to be lost. And sometimes the studs stop communicating. Say if it's a stud fem thing, but it's on the stud end, the fem likes her and she finally admits it. Sometimes you do have studs that kind of pull back a little bit, you know, out of the fear of loss. They don't want to lose what they have either, you know.
Then you have that other stud that might be like, damn, about time.
You know, I've been waiting on you.
Yeah.
Here's the premise. You're getting ready to go through a breakup, right? And your friend uses that time to, one, admit their feelings, and they're not even looking at your situation anymore and providing, you know, decent, you know,
Support.
unbiased support to you. They're looking at how they can benefit from the situation. You see what I'm saying? So
It happens.
it happens, yeah, very often.
A whole lot.
Smile, man.
Right.
So what should the person in that situation do? You know, should they distance themselves? Like, what recommendations would you have in dealing with this friend that admitted that they like you? And then from the opposite end, what would you tell that person that admitted their feelings and on how to better handle the situation?
Well, if someone came to me and said they had feelings for me and we were friends, I mean, if I didn't feel the same way, I would be upfront and honest about it. And if they were a true friend, it wouldn't matter. They would still be there regardless. Knowing that I came to them and said to them, no, I don't have the same feeling for you, but at least I know you have that feeling for me, but nothing ever else is going to come about that. We're not going to cross that boundary, so that's it, and leave it as friends.
So even if you're going through a breakup,
Yeah, if I don't feel no attraction
How
towards
did
that
how
person.
do they feel about
What if they got a
What
good
do they
job?
say?
okay.
If I don't feel no attraction, I don't care what job you have.
As long as their shoes and fingernails are nice.
Exactly.
For real.
Hey, www.tech.com.
Okay.
That's Polo.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So you don't have these feelings, but you know people tend to get a little bit bitter because they didn't get what they want out of the situation. Now what?
It compromises your friendship.
Well, that's something they will have to handle on their own. There's nothing that I can do about that. There's really nothing that I could do
I don't
about
like you,
that.
and you need to go take care
That's
of it.
something you will have to handle with yourself.
Right.
So what if you had a 15-year relationship and you're gonna be like, oh well, they don't understand. Oh well, it's the end of my friendship.
Then they weren't a true friend to
Yeah,
begin
that's
with.
Exactly.
To do that for 15 years.
Right,
Is
they
out of
weren't
line.
But you wouldn't-
true friends to begin with.
have any feelings about that?
Got a friend.
You wouldn't have any feelings at all about that loss?
To not want to be friends.
The loss of the friendship?
Absolutely.
Of course. I would be hurt about it, but I'm not going to make myself be attracted to
Yeah,
you
that'll be
just
their
to
fault,
keep the
you know?
friendship.
You'll be just as dishonest as that person
Exactly.
was in the first place.
What if you do like the person?
Then let's get busy.
And boom, let me.
Suppose for you it's more of a, you know, let me go ahead and test this right out real quick, but I'm not really interested.
Ooh, that brings another spin.
Yeah, that's
That brings another spin.
It's like a smash and grab. Like,
Yeah, you test
Then you
the
have to
waters
have that
now.
understanding up front that this is only just friends with benefits and that's it. Nothing
Does that
further.
understanding actually work?
Yeah.
No.
Depending on the person. Depending on the person. Depending on the person.
So it don't matter with the shoes now, just the terms. You know what I'm saying? It's because it was the shoes earlier.
But they already have the nice shoes and the good upkept manicure, so we can move on to the next step.
Okay.
With friends with benefits.
I have issues with this friends with benefit. Like, I think that's gonna be my thing now.
why
I have
does
issues.
it doesn't work for you or what?
It works fine for me.
That's what I said. It depends on the person.
Okay, but how it's so rare, and I don't mean that I'm not even putting it out on films. It's the community as a whole. It's so rare that you find that person that, you know, both of y'all been waiting to have this engagement. Y'all get it. Y'all make this agreement like contract. This is one time. Girl, this is all we gonna do.
One time. If it's good, I'm on it more than one time.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Boom.
It's gonna be good. Now that it's
Right
there.
I tried things at least 3 times. Because I gotta make sure, you know, they have a
You're a
tiebreaker.
baseball player, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
I'm just saying, like, you know,
It strikes you out.
it's in some situations where you just like, look, this has kind of been eating both of us. Let's just take care of this. I'm not trying to make nothing from it. This is just what it is.
But there's always going to be that one person.
It is what it is. But
somebody always gets out of bed with feelings.
It's always one or the
Oh, yeah.
other.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's you. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm immune to it. Sometimes it's you. It don't happen that often though. But I'm just saying.